with my hair looking like this? Yup! Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kat. I told you that this would be coming back. Fuck, I really fucked up the intro to this. Give me a minute. Hey guys, it's Kat. Today I have an interesting video. It's kind of a short story time video, but I thought I would try to give you guys something. Because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to upload, but, so I thought I would give you guys kind of an interesting kind of short story time video that I really wanted to tell, right after it happened. I was like, oh my god, I have to make this into a story time video. So I'm gonna do that, and, this is probably one of the strangest things I've ever heard any parent say. So, I guess, I don't really know what to title this story, but I guess I'll just call it The Strict Parent, I guess. I don't really fucking know. But, yeah, we'll just get into the story then. So, two nights ago, I was, with my mom, and we were out running some errands on, 2 nights ago, which was Wednesday, today's Friday, and, we were at this Italian restaurant, and it's a really casual kind of place, not too fancy, not too whatever. And there's these people sitting behind us. There's this mother, she looks maybe around like mid to late 30s, and then there's this dad who's like really like buff, kind of, you know, big guy. And there's this little girl who's maybe about 9 years old, got an iPhone 6 sitting in front of her just texting away. She's got really, really long, pretty blonde hair. The mom has short hair like mine, only it's blonde. She's got the let me speak to the manager haircut. And the guy is kind of like, you know, I said big, buff, and wearing a Powers lacrosse coach jacket. Now, my mom and I are just kind of sitting there having a good time, you know, just talking. And I'm not saying that all religious schools are bad and that all religious people are bad, but with my experience in the past with religious schools, it has not been good. They've been extremely unaccepting and stuff like that. So when I saw the Powers jacket that the guy was wearing, I was kind of alarmed. Like, do I want him sitting near me? I don't want him staring at me, etc. But I just sucked it up and I just went with it. And I ended up hearing some things that I didn't want to hear. Not about me, but about the family, which I'm going to get into in a minute. But my mom and I are sitting there and we're just talking, and I suddenly hear all this muttering coming from behind me. So I look behind me, and the dad is like sitting there on his cell phone, and the mom is looking at the little girl like this. And, you know, they're just kind of sitting there, and her dad is sitting there on his phone, just like, meh, mumbling stuff to her. And then I turn back around, and I'm just like, he's just reminding her, like, put your phone away when you're at the table, even though he's sitting there texting like an asshole. Just like, put your phone away when you're at the table. Remember, you know, if you didn't put your elbows on the table, people would take you seriously. All that stuff. And I'm sitting there like, okay, she's like 9 years old. You don't need to like be telling her that nobody's gonna respect her if she doesn't take her elbows off the table, because I still do that and people respect me perfectly fine. But anyway, so, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to my mom, and we're just kind of talking shit about what they look like, because let's be honest, they looked fucking ridiculous, stereotypical white family. That's exactly what they looked like. And it was funny to us, so we were, talking shit about what they looked like. And, just having a general fun conversation about what we were gonna do the rest of the night. We were gonna go to the bookstore and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, before I tell kind of the climax of this story, I wanted to say that I know some parents want their kids to be a certain way, like dress a certain way, or act a certain way in public, or to stick by them whenever, or to like look at people a certain way, or like give off that kind of super polite kind of I want to shape you the way that I want you to be personality. And I am totally against parents doing that, but at the same time, like, I can't control it, and my parents aren't doing that to me, so I don't really care. But, and I've heard a lot of things said to kids, like, in the grocery store, remember to tuck your shirt in, you know, don't roll your sleeves up that high, let's see, put your sweater back on, you shouldn't be showing your shoulders, or, like, remember to say thank you, put that back on the shelf, say excuse me, etc. Like, I've seen all that kind of stuff, but what the father said next was probably one of the strangest and meanest and most preposterous things I've ever heard dad tell his kid to do. Keep in mind this girl is like 9. And so they're sitting there, they're just, you know, talking. The dad's on his phone. Stop texting at the table. Take your elbows off the table. Take your jacket off when you're at the table or nobody's gonna take you seriously. And the mom's just backing him up. And I hear them start kind of arguing, you know? And I don't remember what they were arguing about. I think it was like the girls' grades, because they kept saying, like, if you kept trying harder, blah, blah, blah. I know you can do better, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've been through that conversation before, so, like, I know what it sounds like. So I was assuming it was about the little girl's grades or something, and I was probably right. I'll never be 100% sure. So then I just kind of stopped listening, but I'm still, like, listening for some stuff just in case I hear something weird, and I did. So, yeah, the dad is still talking, and he's just, you know, sitting there talking, blabbering away like he was. And then suddenly, as he's giving, like, all the normal reminders, put your fork down, tuck your shirt and keep your elbows off the table, etc., he said something that was so stupid to me. Now, this little girl, like I said, she looked about maybe 9, 10 years old, and she had really, really pretty long blonde hair. I don't have that, obviously, look at this. But, I'm cutting it again soon, so it won't be this long for that much longer. But, get it long for much longer? Okay, I'm stupid. But, she had really pretty long blonde hair that went about down to, like, here. Or about down to her elbows. I don't know, it would be, like, right here on me. And she had it really, really nicely straightened. It was over her shoulders on one side, and the rest of it was, like, flowing down her back. It was really, really pretty. And she's just sitting there with her phone. She put her phone down. She's eating her food, twirling her spaghetti on her fork. First of all, she looked terrified the entire time, let me specify. And she looked terrified, like her parents yelling at her. Halfway through, she's looking at him like, oh my god, stop. Another halfway through, she looked really depressed. And this time, she looked terrified. Like, she looks terrified of her dad. Because he's a scary-looking person, first of all. He's very strong. He could probably kill me. But, if you're watching, I think you're an awesome dad. Like, you could probably kill me. But, I turn around to my mom, and I'm just generally listening. And then suddenly, I hear the dad slam his, not really slam it, but, like, kind of, like, drop his fork down on the table in anger. And look at the little girl and go, this is legit what he said. Lainey, put your hair behind your shoulders. How in the hell? Actually, you know what? I'm done. Forget it. Video's over. Nope. I'm not having it. Not today. Okay, I was able to collect myself. But still, I understand minding your manners. I understand that, even though I never did it. But I understand that. But put your damn hair behind your shoulders. There are no words to describe how much this reminder infuriated me. First of all, it's her fucking hair. That's like telling me to push my hair out of my eyes when it just naturally falls like this. First of all, that's what that reminded me of. And it was just like, it's her fucking hair. You've already been getting on her about literally everything that night. Her clothes, the phone, her elbows on the table, her sweater, her shoulders, whatever you want to pick about her on. And you're the one sitting there texting the whole time, and now you're getting on her about her hair being in front of her shoulders. If anything, I thought you wanted her to cover her shoulders. And you gotta say for yourself now, Powers lacrosse coach. Low-key, I think the fact that he had done stuff with Powers might have something to do with it. I'm not saying that as, like, I don't know, like most Christians, people who work at Christian schools tend to have that attitude towards that kind of stuff. But I don't know. So anyway, that's pretty much the end of the story. They got up and left. The girl looked miserable, and I never saw them again after that. But, anyway, that's pretty much the end of the story. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And until next time, I will see you, next time, I guess, and have a good day or night or whatever.
Goodbye, motherfucker!